Yeah, that's fine.
NBMM open on Tarask.
Oh my
let's go
goodness.
down to here.
You just say the peg for the mimic and it triggers Carl's PTSD.
Oh no!
Not the mimics. Anything but the mimics.
Golly.
Okay.
You trigger Inu's PTSD by opening the DMG to environmental damage.
Environmental damage is not a boss.
For you it is.
I don't know. Environmental damage isn't a boss, but IEDs are.
Especially in the form of doorknobs.
What? You got blown. Basically, what Inu got blown up by an IED last session.
Yeah.
Twice.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
I
you
got
blown
better.
up by a mine in the minefield. Like, thank God that's over, and you take another step and another one blows you up.
It's like that bit from The Simpsons where Sideshow Bob is surrounded by rakes. Every time he
Yeah. Ow. Ow.
Bit like Homer falling down the Grand Canyon.
yeah.
Glad I'm out of that one.
Tell you what it is. It's what I
Oh,
posted
dear.
earlier. Hold on. I'll post it in lobby chat.
Okay, is everyone
Page
on
of
roll
notes.
20? Connor, Inu, Kyle, Mulk, Beans, Key. Yes. Okay. Right. Wizard of Wines. Okay. So, last session, you guys made your way out of Valaki after sort of recouping for a while, receiving your reward from the captain of the guard. Danica sent you to the Wizard of Wines winery in order to secure the shipment for the Blue Water Inn, or simply resolve the issues that the proprietors seem to be having. Leucis split off from you guys at the behest of a mysterious note.
To try and commit suicide.
And, had many troubles, including wolves, lightning, and
High explosives.
and just really too much fire. You guys headed down the long winding road to the west of Valaki, and then southwards towards the Wizard of Wines, sort of just coasting past the edge of the base of the mountain. As you guys approached, you met with a strange, sort of relatively young gentleman who called himself Laszlo. Spoke about the owners of the Wizard of Wines winery, the Martikovs, and left you to continue on your way. You guys approached the winery itself, initially tying up the horses before realizing that would actually be a terrible idea, because these strange sort of plant-based creatures seem to be crawling towards you. I believe Victor identified them.
Yeah, I rolled like a 27.
Yeah, I identified them as blights. These
also
ones particularly
identified
needle blights.
Each one
Oh
was
no,
tall,
that was me.
and their family.
Was that
tree.
you? Was that Kragnir?
That was indeed
What
Kragnir.
did I identify?
One
I
of-
rolled a
one of
27 or
you.
something.
One of
Kragnir
you
got a
on your
19.
Identified that Olmalis caused
yeah.
all the fire
I
to go
could-
out.
I
Yeah.
identified that she's dumb.
seeing
Connor,
all,
how have
seeing
you
all
got
of these
48
plants and
health?
creatures approaching
Hopefully out.
around you and closing in around the winery, you guys tried to create some light sources so that you could see a little better, but your magic and your light was somehow sucked away by
Actually, 46.
Olmalis' unfortunate case of wild magic.
That's
And as you stand now, you guys are slowly being closed in. You're standing on this sort of veranda on the outskirts of the building of the winery itself. And as we move back into this session, I would like everyone to roll initiative. So, for the purposes of these creatures,
No, 11.
because there are, in fact, 30 of these creatures approaching you, I grouped them into swarms. So
You
each
better
of
be
these,
able to AoE.
So the
I thought there were 2 dozen.
there were more than 2 dozen.
Ah.
So the purple number on here represents how many of these needle blights there are in each swarm
What purple number?
on their tokens.
Okay.
Why can't I see?
Scroll down.
We're on the main page still, aren't we?
Yeah, we're on the main page, Joe.
Oh, did
Yeah,
it not
what's
move
on the
you?
main
Oh,
page?
you guys are going to have to roll initiative again then.
Yeah, but
That's
that
why.
wasn't
That's
my
why I
first
was
time.
very confused.
I can't
Oh,
see
that's-
that.
What a shame.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna die.
I have to re-roll my shite initiative.
In before 8.
Gonna get worse initiative now.
That's probably
I
like.
got a worse initiative.
Yep. Damn it.
Where are the stairs, Joe?
I can
What
use
do you
this
mean?
19 to run.
I think
Because
they're here, aren't
remember
they?
at the end of the session, I was standing like the top of some stairs.
Well, then you were like there, then at the edge of the veranda.
I rolled a 2. I have a +5 to initiative, and it's a 7.
Do we think these
How
things
the
can
fuck do you get
climb?
+5 to initiative?
I have 20 dex.
Dex.
I also have 18 AC.
Where is the music here?
How the fuck do you get 18 AC?
I have
Dex.
20 dex.
Yeah, but how? Is what he's asking.
Oh my god.
Oh, I took a drug.
He's a fucking addict. That's how.
Oh right. Yeah, because I was actually unsure how you actually got 20 decks because I thought I had the highest.
Yeah, no, I can turn wisdom into dex. So
Also,
Why does Kragnir have a yellow thing around
Wait,
him?
so your wisdom's like 1 now.
So, because you guys currently have no light source, the range of the circles around you is the maximum range that you guys can see. Olmalis, you can see what your light reveals because of your low light vision. Everyone else, however, can only see to the edge of the circles around them. So Harlyn is green, Kragnir is yellow, Victor is purple.
What about the horses? How far can they see?
Well, that's irrelevant.
Nay!
Let me grab the stat block for the horse.
I'm actually spiritually connected with this horse, and it's got excellent night vision.
This music is quite loud. Let's turn this down.
Unfortunately, you didn't take the blinders off it.
Shit. If only.
So this is these guys are riding horses, I believe.
We can see really far just in a straight
Yeah.
line.
So the horses move on 4.
Oh, we're only slightly faster. We're only slightly faster than a horse.
And the
Guys, do we know
swarms of needle
where
blights.
that tree is with like the evil tree? Because I
Move
can
on.
just
We do
use
not.
invisibility, run there and burn it.
We don't
They're
know.
all done.
Well, we'd have to get past
I
30
gathered
needle
it would
blights.
be
So
a-
Yeah, but I have
Needly
invisibility.
Top of the round, Victor.
I cast invisibility.
Okay.
We don't know where the tree is, by the way, Mulk.
I don't want to die with you guys. Either way, I'm out.
So you
Mate, I got this. Don't you worry.
fade out as you see the creatures approaching. You can sort of see them on the edge of the fog as they push through, essentially.
Yeah.
So you know that these guys are approaching. You snap
Just
your
to clarify,
fingers.
these guys won't really be able to see me unless I like hit them or they can somehow see invisible targets. It's not like proximity, is it?
No, you literally go invisible.
Yeah. It's,
But I
it's
can
Yeah.
see
So
you.
unless they have
Wait
unless
a
someone
second.
has an ability by which they can see through invisibility, like true sight or something
yeah,
like
I
that,
just
they won't be able to see you. Not even like a ripple
so
in the
it's
air. Or
classic
anything.
invisibility, not like MMO invisibility
Yep.
where it's not really invisibility.
No, yeah, you are until you attack things, cast a spell, or something disrupts your invisibility. You are completely invisible.
it's like you're
I'm
stealthing in
assuming
Skyrim.
I'm assuming these steps
Where
count
did
as,
he
like,
go?
regular movement. I can just-
yeah, there's only a couple of steps, so it doesn't.
In which
stop
case,
you
I'm
from-
gonna go. I'll go to the right because they're all gonna move in anyway, so they're all gonna move through me. But someone may not hit me in the face,
Okay,
and I'll
Kragnir, you're up.
in my turn.
Defensive.
So all this stuff here, is that just like 2 steps?
Yeah, basically, it's a few more for the sake of not having a billion lines, but yeah.
And these are not connected, those steps?
No.
Right, okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to apply Rite of the Flame.
Okay.
And then I'm...
let me check something quickly before you decide what to do next.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Fucking hell, Beans. You better not take my Rite of the Flame.
Okay, no, your weapon sparks up.
Oh, that's a relief.
Does it emit light?
Yep. How much light does it emit, actually? Does it 50?
I have absolutely no idea.
If it doesn't specifically say that it emits light, then it's just a very dim glow.
Okay, I have a dim
run off?
glow.
Because it lasts a minute.
I'm keeping track on how long it goes.
Don't question the DM. It's a bad idea.
And
Question the DM
I'm
for our own
going
safety.
to stand ready to be attacked or something.
Okay, so like if something comes up to you, you're going to attack it back. You're going to ready your action.
Actually, no. I'm just going to fucking attack that.
Okay. Go for it.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
That's not enough, unfortunately. You go to swing your battle axe down with both hands, but the swarm of these needle blights catch the blade with their thorny fingers and push you backwards.
Do we get the second attack yet, Connor? When
Yes,
is
we
that?
have a second attack.
Okay.
You will have gotten that at level 5.
Oh, but
That
wait.
one does hit.
Wait.
Great weapon fighter. Okay. Yep, cool. So that's 9 total damage on that one, isn't it? Yep. And Rite of the Flame?
It's added in the dice roll.
It should be on it.
His one is inside it, I think.
Oh no, it's not. It's
No,
not.
because
There you
yours
go.
is just rolling
yeah, no,
D10
of course.
plus strength.
Oh yeah, never mind, my bad.
So it's 9 normal damage.
Then 2 fire.
And 2 fire damage.
But it says on a non-right. Doesn't mean he can't get fire damage.
Yeah.
No,
Did
he
you get a
can.
one or two
He can't.
on the right?
If he rolls a 1 or 2 on the right damage, he can't re-roll the right
Okay,
damage.
guys, I've got to
rolls the
grab my
physical
pizza.
damage.
That's my turn done.
Okay.
Good
So
timing.
he smashes his battle axe down into one of these needle blights and just splits it into the flames from his axe. Almost, if there was a wound to cauterize, it would, as it is the wood itself, just sort of splinters and cracks at the heat of the blade. Olmalis.
Oh, Joe, I go
In
before
fact, no,
Olmalis.
Harlyn would go first
Yeah.
because your deck's higher.
Okay, so I move here.
You can just see these shapes in the distance
Yeah.
crawling towards you.
That's 20. I can go there. That'll take me to 30. Yeah, I can just see it. So I'll go there and I will apply right to my crossbow, my main hand one, and I will shoot it in the face.
Go for it. 13 and 13, they both hit. For 13 and 16. So 29 total damage. So you bring out your... yes, sorry, you bring out your 2 crossbows. Sorry, no, this is just...
This is just my one crossbow,
isn't it? Yeah. You train the crossbow, feel the electricity surge up the bolt as you fire 2 of them into the creatures before you. They hit them right in the center of their sort of thorny, gnarled bodies, and the force of the electricity almost shatters them outwards, creating this big crater in the center of their chest. They just crumble into sort of branches and driftwood on the floor.
Why didn't they take weak ammo? Strange.
Olmalis, you're up.
Wait, did we kill one?
We killed 3.
You killed one of the swarm with your strike. Harlyn killed 2 of the swarm with his strikes.
Oh, okay.
So the purple number is how many's in each swarm.
So if Victor can just get away from Olmalis and then just nuke them with a fireball, they're probably all gonna die.
I'll have a fireball.
Yeah, then we're dead.
I have Mel's minute meteors.
Same thing.
Realizing
But
that
that's
the guide
AoE.
probably can't see all of the needle blights.
Yeah,
So we shout
You,
out.
you've established that at this point.
Yeah.
I don't get fireball because it's fucking boring.
I'll shout out. There's at least 30 of these guys, and then actually, I also mentioned they're coming from the north as well.
Mhm.
Just in case they don't realise that there's a whole freaking bunch of these bastards. Okay. Anyway, that is. Right. I'd like to do shatter at 3rd level.
Okay, so that will definitely hit both of those swarms.
Yeah, so if I can just do it. But
Can you do it in the middle like that?
not clicking. Anyway, in between those two.
Let
Can
me
you see
let me
where my
make sure
arrow
it's
is?
20-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
Okay, so it's that big.
Yeah. Is there a way I can hit both
you
of these
hit-
guys? Or would that
you,
miss?
you can definitely hit 2. You couldn't hit all 3.
Oh, fair enough. Then.
All 3, it doesn't reach far enough.
I meant these two here. I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
that was me
I'm
just
looking-
testing it.
So I could. Or would that not?
You could, but it probably wouldn't hit the whole swarm. It would only hit a few of them from each swarm.
get those
Okay.
two.
In that case, I'll do it between these two then. 'cause-
Yeah, you can get the majority of them in.
Yeah. Okay. So it would be that,
Go ahead
and then
roll
if I do,
And I need to make a
can do it-
billion dex saves? Constitution saves. Which one is it? Constitution saves.
Which should be good because I don't think they have much con.
Okay,
No, really charismatic.
so it's a 14, so that's 2 fails. 3 fails, 1 success. Whoops.
I didn't
2
roll
success.
very good on the damage on that, which is kind of annoying, but
Shameful display.
It's 3 success, 4 success, 5 success,
That was on D8s, wasn't it?
6 success, and 4 fails.
Damn.
So, this one is
7, 7, 7, 15, 15.
6 success.
to reduce my.
So
and
that
I
is
forgot.
45 damage to each of them.
Okay, and then
No, 6 successes, 7. So 21 damage to each of them from the successes.
What?
And then
21 damage to each of them.
30 damage to each of them from the fails.
Oh, so are they susceptible to thunder then? Because
No, out of the 10 that you hit,
yeah.
6 succeeded and 4 failed.
Oh, okay.
So with a well-placed shatter, you reduce both of the swarms to just a single blight.
And then I'm gonna go. Can I stand there, or is that?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, you can
I'm
stand
not
there.
sure if I'm on top of the door or not.
No,
but
you're pressed against it, basically.
Okay, I'll move there. Should move there as well.
Okay.
I've got the barrels hiding me. Okay, good.
Okay, on their turns, we'll start with the ones that are right next to Kragnir. This is the Needleblight Swarm, and there are 2 of them left. So that is an 8 and a 13 to hit against you,
That
Kragnir.
was nowhere close if Kyle was
Both
there.
miss. Sorry, I had pizza in my mouth.
Okay. What's their movement? Yeah, it's going to move to here and to here, and they're both going to take strikes at you, Harlyn, for 11 and 20 to hit.
Second hits.
So that's 7 piercing damage
Ow.
as one of these little ones clambers up to you. As it gets close, you can see it's sort of humanoid-esque, but instead of fingers, it just has these long pine needles almost, but they're glistening and sharp at the end, and it rakes into you with those.
Rude.
This swarm is going to move up to here. Because it's a swarm, they're going to squeeze, so they don't quite fit on the map, but
Single file, no pushing.
some of the swarm from number 3 and number 1 are both going to strike out with the horses.
Pony, no.
No, Glue
Horses
Junior.
have 10. Okay, so
We'll win or game back.
the horse in front of number 3, the blights of the swarm all jump up onto these horses, and dozens of these puncture wounds dig into its flesh, and it whinnies in pain before its legs buckle beneath it, and the weight of the twig blights, the needle blights even push it into the ground.
Does the horse not get a death saving throw?
Nope.
Damn.
Neither did Mr. Hoots.
Nothing
The
of value was lost.
second The other horse takes a considerable amount of damage from these twig blights, but manages to push them off. They're both going to make attacks. Well, let's see. Actually, this one is fucking terrified. It's not even going to move. This one, however, is pretty also terrified, and just runs back to you, Olmalis, and hides in the corner.
Damn it, that's what I was going to hide next.
Victor, you're up.
Hello. Can I do a survival check or like some sort of non-aggressive check as a bonus action?
It depends what you're doing.
I want to do. I'm assuming it's survival to identify where they come from, so I can track them back to the tree.
Certainly.
Yeah. Would it be
yeah.
better if I
Give
do
me.
it here, or shall I? If I move back, would it give me anything? Or is
Well, give me a survival check based on what you've seen and from Olmalis' information. Just roll a normal one. We'll see what you can work
would
out.
I have had advantage from Olmalis' information?
No. That's cancelled out the disadvantage because you can see shit all in this fog.
Last session I did also tell him that there was a tree and whatnot.
Yeah.
So he knows
Yeah,
all of
well,
that.
that's what he's looking
Yeah,
for. He wouldn't
that's
be able to
why-
make the check without that information.
Yes.
I mean, there's
on.
nothing in particular that you can really discern other than from what Olmalis said. They seem to be coming from the north. So you figure that the tree that they came from is probably northward somewhere. Other than that, there's not a huge amount of information you can glean from them.
Yeah. Then again, I don't think it would be too far north as they move at. You said R speed, didn't you?
They seem to be moving, yeah, roughly the same your walking speed.
Yeah, so around 25 to 35-ish. So I'm assuming it wouldn't take me too long to walk over to there, and then all
Well,
I need to do
You
is...
don't know where the tree is.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I'm assuming. I didn't say I know. If I can get over there, I can just set it on fire, and then they'll all die, I imagine.
That's the
Or chill
hope.
the fuck out, one of the two. So I'll head north. Is there a point in me moving north? Because
Is it going to take you off the map?
I assume so.
Oh, you're going to dash.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll just remove you from the board then for now. So you head off, moving towards the forested areas.
Yeah.
Okay, Kragnir, top of the round. Sorry, no, Victor was top of the round, but you're up anyway.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
Right.
Go, Harry.
Which horse was the one that ran into the corner?
That would
Once
have
in the
been
Is that my little baby horse?
the horse that Kragnir was on, yes.
And it ran from
Why
a
did I
place
make you
in
calm?
my sight, didn't it?
Yeah, you could see it there.
So I've heard horse noises dying,
Mm-hmm.
and then my horse has run. So I'm gonna run after it.
Okay. Right, okay, so you take some attack of opportunities as you leave the range of the needle blights.
Yep.
5, 18... Yeah, 5 and 18 to hit.
18 hits.
5 piercing damage from their claws as you run from them.
Sorry, maths.
You can just, on your bubble, you can just click on it and do -5 enter, and it does the math for you.
Oh. Wait, where was I? Ba-ba-ba. I'll be like, hey, Olmalis.
I know we're on attack right
Hi
now,
there.
And then
I'll let you
I will ready a defense of some sort.
Okay, so
Actually,
again, you'll
can I
you'll
try
ready
and
an action.
open these doors?
No,
they were attempted to be open last session. You know that they were barred by some chains.
I tried to
so you
picklock
could
it.
potentially try and break them open. Should you want? They're sliding doors essentially,
Yeah, 'cause
and they're
I tried to-
chained from the
Okay.
inside.
I'm going to turn into a wedge wolf
Okay.
and wedge my way in there.
Right.
What?
You have a crowbar,
Is
don't
this
you?
a thing? I'm
I
confused.
don't have a crowbar.
Oh.
You say this all the time. No, I'm just going to literally
I don't know
try
Matt
and
Mercer,
break
but I'm
down the
assuming
door.
he wouldn't do that.
So you're going to turn to a werewolf.
Yep.
Okay.
And try and break down the door.
Okay. So make an athletics check. If you're using your crowbar, you have advantage.
I don't have a crowbar, but I do
he
have
is a werewolf.
advantage.
But you have advantage anyway because you're a werewolf.
Yeah.
16. You you push at these doors to try and pull them apart, and sort of you can a small gap in the door emerges where you can attempt to grab at these chains, but with the force that you've got right now, you cannot seem to part these doors.
Okay. Why am I trophied?
That's the
really
icon
good?
that I've given you for Wedge Wolf.
Oh, right. Sweet.
As a note, what's your dex bonus, Kragnir?
+2.
Okay, cool.
Plus, I get 1 more AC for being a werewolf.
Yeah.
If that goes.
No. It was just. It's fine. Okay. So, as you guys are, as you're doing that, Kragnir, you hear a shout from the distance.
Victor stubbed his
Oh God,
toe.
is it me? I've
Victor
died.
went, fuck! My toe!
Ah!
And you see an older gentleman
Oh God, I've aged.
who's moved forward. He's drawn a short sword from his side, and he shouts to you, "Get inside the winery!"
Quit
Victor,
trying.
as you're running to the north, you see another man pass you. Not so much pass you, but sort of you notice him push out of one of the tree lines from the right-hand side and make his way towards the group as well.
Did I hear the original dude? Because I only just left.
Yes, yeah, you're still within range of that.
Yeah.
As 2 more...
Jesus.
I thought first you were exclaiming. I was like, no wait, actually, that does look like
That is
Jesus.
a majestic mustache.
As these 3
Oh
men...
yeah,
here,
Jesus.
And then Matt Mercer.
short swords all drawn, as they run towards
An
you
old
guys.
man, Jesus, and Matt
Mercer
Mercer.
has come to save us, along with Barbarian
Harlyn,
and
you're up.
Jesus Christ.
I'll shoot the 2 in front of me.
Okay.
Oh right, so the Jesus
that's-
just pushed past me. Wow!
Pretty tragic.
Holy shit!
Wow.
1, 1,
I mean,
1.
Both of those attacks hit and do fell
And
the
I have-
final 2 twig blights, and they just
And I shoot the one to my
shatter
left as well.
Okay. Yep, that does also hit for 10 damage. Again, reducing this final swarm to a single twig blight.
Everyone's
leaf
just
blight.
spanning around going, die, die, die there.
Was that
Easily
Jesus
dispatching
person
these
the
little
one that
critters.
passed me, Cho?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, movement.
I guess I'll move to here.
Okay.
The old back yourself into a corner strat.
Olmalis, you're up.
Well,
I'd like to repeat my move from the last turn, and hopefully get all of these guys.
Okay.
It won't hit the old guy, and that's too far.
that would be quite impressive.
Can I do it, or is it?
Yeah,
just
you
gonna
can. If you move it left
skim?
1, it should be fine.
I can't. I didn't make that
Yeah.
circle. But
Again, you wouldn't be able to hit everyone in the swarm, but you could hit a significant amount from each of them.
2,
Okay,
3,
so
3.
that.
Shatter OP.
Okay.
Not having the greatest rolls, are we, today?
A fail for 17. Success for 9. And a fail for 17.
Oh, I thought you said there was a success for 9 of them. I was like, fuck me.
2 more fails. Another fail.
Keep
No
failing.
worries.
And 2 more fails.
Yay!
Right.
Good. Get wrecked, twigs.
So you reduce the second swarm to 2 units. The third swarm to just a single one. And I only actually managed to kill 1 from the first swarm.
Ah.
That horse is fucked.
Hey,
It-
my
it's
horse
a
is going to
significant damage.
survive.
The swarms themselves seem pretty disoriented by all of this, by all of these explosions that seem to be occurring.
I mean, they were killed by a loud ringing noise.
At this point, there's not really much else I can do, so I don't think I'll do anything for my movement.
Okie dokie. On the Blight's turn, they're going to start by laying into the horse. First one misses, but the second one, with a critical hit, easily dispatches the body of the horse in front of it. And it then scurries up to you, Olmalis. And is going to use its remaining 2 strikes with a 6 and an 11 to hit.
Both miss.
You lucky bitch.
Number 3 is going to move up. It definitely sees you as a threat now, Olmalis, so that's going to go at you with a 7 to hit.
Nope.
You lucky bitch.
Number 6 is going to rush up to you, Harlyn, and make another strike with a 17 to hit.
Misses.
And this swarm is going to move up over the body of the previous one and is going to take its strikes at Harlyn again, which is a 16 and a natural 20.
Well, the second one doesn't hit.
Um,
For my own safety, it doesn't hit.
so you take 11 piercing damage from the crit
Right.
as the 2 remaining needle blights from this one jump up over each other, over this sort of grape smashing barrel in front of it, leap off of it, and embed their needle-like fingers into your abdomen. The one remaining horse is going to he's going to cower in fear.
Okay.
Victor, you're up.
Damn
So you
coward.
can choose to keep running, or you can run back.
Yeah, well, I imagine they already have it sorted by now, but I want to kind of, like, even if they defeat it, I feel like I should destroy this tree anyway.
Okay, you're just going to keep running.
So, yeah, I'll keep running.
Don't split off from the group.
I'm invisible for an hour.
We've been so fine. We've been through this though.
I'm invisible for an hour, and I've currently run in one cardinal direction. I'm sure I can make it back.
They get lost in way down.
Kragnir, you're up.
Do I not like to make it roll?
Right.
Or am I...
No, you're just running at this point. You haven't even reached the tree line yet.
So what am I doing? I've got my arms in a doorway.
Well, you've attempted to, and you've taken your hands off. You can try it again if you want, or you can turn around and fight.
You may as well just mow them down.
I'll go, bollocks. And
Natural 1. Roll a d20 and see how
And then
bad it
fuck
is.
it up. Nice one.
I can't believe your 6 is a nat 1.
Oh!
yes, someone's gonna die.
Let's roll a d4 to see if you hit Harlyn or Olmalis.
Not me, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me.
That's Harlyn.
Oh,
Wise
thank
me.
goodness.
So for a total, so Harlyn, you take 8 slashing damage and 2 fire damage.
Oh, ow.
As Kragnir spins around, sort of lighting up his claws to bring out a big strike against the twig blight behind him, but he didn't quite realise how close you were, rakes his claws across your flesh.
Also, just so you know, Beans, my nat 1 is an 11.
It's ridiculous.
How'd you fuck up that badly?
So, yeah, anything else you want to do, Kragnir, after you've just maimed Harlyn?
Well,
There we go.
I'll do my second attack.
No!
23 hits. Which one? Are you aiming at the swarm or one of the swarms? Or the...
again.
How many are in the one on the right? Is that 4 left? Alright, I'll kill the one in front of me then.
Okay,
4, 1,
yep,
2,
so
1.
easily enough dispatched. You apologise to Harlyn, bring your other claw down and just or crush it with this flaming paw into the flagstones beneath your feet.
And then I suppose I can attack again as a bonus action, can't I?
I believe you can only do that if you've. Is that part of Tavern Brawl?
No, I think that's
Is that
being
just
a
part of
werewolf.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
the
go for it then.
Werwolfen.
You just wouldn't get your strength bonus on it. So if it hits, we'll take that off. Yes, it does 3 less damage.
And I'll do that on the ones on the right.
Okay, easy enough. So 6 total damage against those ones. Bringing your paws out easily, sort of hitting into these little weaklings. You do manage to finish off one of the creatures of the swarm, reduce its number slightly.
Oh, they better not kill my fucking horse. I'll be so pissed.
On these gentlemen's turns, they are going to move down to here. They all put away their swords and draw crossbows. And they're going to fire them
In
at
perfect
each of the
sync for me.
swarms.
They do know how to aim in the dark, don't they?
It's
They
alright.
seem to have good eyesight.
We're gonna be
so-
fine.
Maybe I should switch my dark vision.
A 9 which misses, and a 17 which hits. Oh, but they both rolled 1s on their damage. How unfortunate. Okay, well it does some damage to the swarm on the right. They all seem quite coordinated and all aim at the same swarm, but they don't manage to bring down one of these creatures. Seem to be sort of surface blows. At this point, you see Harlyn moving around from the sort of appearing from out of the shadows, from either side. In fact, you can't actually see that one yet.
Just one.
That's 4.
Have you actually got anything up on
For
your
God's sake,
screen,
Victor.
Connor?
It's been
Or
like
is it-
15 seconds. Find the tree already.
God, why don't I just walk
Why
into...
haven't you
oh,
burned
here
it
it is. It's
down?
right in front of me.
Also, what the fuck? Why do you always leave us in combat?
I want to take damage. Squishy
These
little wazzer.
guys move on.
So we need to split
What the heck
pie,
is
so I
that
thought I'd
thing?
follow on.
17.
What the? What?
So in fact, they get to immediately move. So you see now, moving. In fact, Olmalis is the only one that sees them right now. You just managed to see through Kragnir and Harlyn. You hear yet more this cracking sound of bark and wood, and this time similarly shaped creatures, but instead of sort of needle and bark based, these are almost as if they've just been formed out of twigs themselves. More of them pour around.
Oh, I cover their twig blights.
Yeah, you do easily.
He can't see them, can he?
No,
not yet.
I recognize the noises they make.
Okay.
That's how well versed in.
I mean, you can't
monster
see, but
hunting
apparently
I
you
am.
can hear quite well.
You're like, smells like
It
moving
just
twigs.
appeared in front of Kragnir.
Yeah, it smells like moving twigs.
So
Wait,
they
hey,
sort of, these different blights all seem to just sort of crawl over and around each other as if they have no problem being near each other, but certainly do not like being near you. The first swarm is going to take some strikes at the guy on the left that you don't know. Does a fair bit of damage to him as they sort of slap him with these branches and rake across his skin.
Slap him.
These guys.
Oh, do you know what would be really useful right now? Fire.
6.
I barely have time.
Some minute meteors.
Well, we can't use fire because of Olmalis.
Oh, that's a good point, Kragnir. Too late for me to redact it now, but as you've turned into your werewolf now, the flames from your pores seem to almost be whisked away by something.
Wasn't me.
What? Even though it's right at the flame?
Yep.
I don't think it even is you, Beans.
No, I'm pretty sure it's beans.
So that's another 2, 4, 8
Okay.
damage. So the older gentleman is now sort of being beset upon by a lot of these twig creatures, and he seems to be struggling with having so many of them on him. The swarm in front of you, Kragnir, is going to make some strikes.
How did they get in front of me so quickly?
You saw that they moved from the left over here, and they've just crawled through the other swarms.
Oh, okay.
So that is a 5, a 13, a 19, and a natural 20.
Well, the last two hit.
Okay, so you take... Fortunately, they've rolled appallingly. So you take 2 piercing damage and 3 piercing damage. So a total of 5.
You motherfucker!
That really hurt!
They are across 2 hits, so you do need to make 2 bloodlust saves.
Oh, rip, guys. Fucking rip.
So the DC is 10, I believe, because you're above half health.
Is wisdom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yay!
And a secondary, and a success.
We don't die.
You managed to maintain control despite the onslaught of nature, as it would appear. Harlyn, you're up.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna try and kill everything within arm's reach.
Well, so which ones are you hitting? You need to call these
So
targets, 'cause
first
they have
I
different
will
ACs.
kill... I guess I'll just go for the 2 in front of me.
Okay, for the swarm, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with those 2 strikes, you can easily decimate the final 2 of the swarm. They just almost burst into a puff of,
that
of
one for the
needles
left.
and dead plant life. Yep, that's enough again to just obliterate the swarms that are surrounding you with ease and precision. Landing these crossbow bolts. Make sure you're subtracting
Yeah,
the
I
bolts
just
you're
did.
firing. Anything else? Movement and such.
I can't move without taking an attack of opportunity, can I?
As a note, these twig-like creatures, these twig blights, do appear to be much smaller. These would be considered small creatures, which is why a swarm of 4 only takes up a single tile.
Let me just step on them.
Do I get an advantage on grappling them because they're small?
I mean, you can, yeah, but you would only be able to
Can
grapple 1 from a swarm.
Can I grapple
Well,
4 of
my
them at
idea
once?
is to grapple one and hit the others with it.
You understand that you would probably do more damage just by hitting them normally.
No, Joe.
Olmalis, you're up.
Seeing as explosions are working quite well, I'll do shatter, but at 2nd level because
Okay.
I can't do that anymore. And
many
then
fucking times
yeah,
can
if
you
I
use
can,
that?
I can do that without hitting.
As many
any-
times she has
Yep,
spell
you could do
slots.
Okay.
That one. That one.
Sonic boom.
So the twig blights. 1 success, 1 fail, 2 success, 2 fail. So 2 of the. Oh, in fact, they've only got.
They're all
Oh, in
dead.
fact, even the ones that fail, in fact, are obliterated by the force of your shatter.
Fantastic.
It seems as though they, though there are many and they are small and little creepy crawlies that can get in awkward places, they don't seem to be particularly hardy. The 3 of the needle blight group, 1 fail, 2 fail, 3 fail.
Yes.
Yeah, and just the force of your magic
Nice.
just completely shatters your Kragnir, Olmalis, and Harlyn are all just completely sort of showered by these explosions of wood, sort of wood chips and bits of bark and needles, which fortunately don't have the force behind them to actually puncture your skin.
Normally I'd be irked. Oh, by the way, this patio is just
as
decimated.
As an unfortunate side, all of the at this point in the battle, all of the wine crushing barrels have been destroyed, as have the corpses of the 2 horses.
But my horse is still alive.
As the older man,
lunch.
as the older man looks over, even though he's being sort of beset upon by these twig blights, he looks over at his destroyed, barrels and says, "Please do what you can to limit damage to my winery, dear."
It was like that when I got here.
Marley.
He draws his sword to.
Oh, quickly though, do I?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I use my bonus action?
Mhm.
And then, so I get this right. Exchange 3 sorcery points for a 2nd level spell.
Okie dokie.
Lovely. And 3, and you can do whatever.
You
fun
are the
things, right?
reason we have debts, Olmalis.
Yeah. Who was it that causes property damage again?
Yeah.
Ah,
The final horse is. In fact, I'm going to remove him from the order because he's not going to be doing anything anytime soon.
He's piercing himself in a corner.
So Victor, I assume you're just continuing to dash to the forest.
Yeah.
Okay. With your sort of base movement this time, you make it to the tree line, and then you're sort of moving into the forest at this point. Sort of the darkness of the trees around you, limiting even further what you can see. But you feel safe in the fact that the only trace you're going to be leaving behind is potential any footprints. For now, I'm going to remove you from the initiative order because you're far enough away that it's not relevant anymore.
Right.
And we'll deal with you after combat.
Okay.
Kragnir, you're up.
I'll give the door another go then.
Okay, make an athletics check. You have advantage.
We've always won. The winery owner's over there.
Again, even with the force of your werewolf strength behind you, you cannot seem to pry these thick, heavy
Oh, I'm gonna nat 20 this
around
motherfucker.
chains.
I guess I'll go stand like in. I'll just stand next to the horse and make sure he's all right. Grab his reins,
that's not
stroke him a
enemy.
little bit.
I other people are being attacked. You're like, oh, you know what? The horse. The horse.
He's also still a werewolf, so he's just like, good little pony.
I can't get next. Like, if I stand next to them, they're just going to attack me.
Yeah.
And I can't attack back.
Okay, so sure. On the old man's turn, he is going to take out his short sword again and make 2 strikes against the twig blights. Not enough to hit, unfortunately. He's being surrounded and cannot seem to get a good hit on them. The 2 younger gentlemen, Olmalis, you see now the man on the left, who seems slightly older, is the man that you met earlier at the side of the road.
Yeah. Oh.
He's going to move to here and to here, and they're both going to make strikes against the twig blights there. That's 1 hit. Oh, geez, even with advantage, they're rolling like shit, so that's only 2 hits.
Why are NPCs so bad?
But they do enough damage to sort of thin this swarm a little. But not enough to completely destroy, unfortunately. On these guys' turns... Oh, goodness.
Oh my damn. Kragnir, you'd probably just kill me by moving over there, I just realised.
What?
You probably just killed me by moving over there, I just realised.
Why?
Because you left me vulnerable to the one on the left, and I have no HP left because you
Stepping out
almost killed
from
me.
the left side, you see this wild-eyed, armor-clad woman. Her hair is almost caked in dirt and moss, and she wears almost sort of a crown of antlers, almost, which protrude from her face. She has a sort of a gnarled wooden staff that she sort of balances herself on. She moves towards you. And is going to... she's going to throw a spell at you, Harlyn.
Don't worry. You have 3 death saving throws.
Uh-huh.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
You and your shitty horse.
It's a ranged spell attack, this one. So she rolls an 8 to hit.
Oh, fuck.
She creates this sort of fireball on the end of this gnarled wooden staff and flings it towards you. Hisses as she does so, but it falls short and hits the flagstone sort of tiles before you.
What'd you do to this woman? She just hissed at you.
I mean, she's the one that Leucis saw earlier.
4.
Oh!
Yeah.
Another
Okay.
one moves around from the side. These guys are all seem to be preoccupied, but these ones are going to make strikes against you, Harlyn.
Thanks, Kragnir.
That is a 20, a 6, a 16, and a 12.
Only the 20 hits.
So you take 5 piercing damage.
I'm at 8 HP.
And from the second swarm,
I'm
a 9,
coming,
an 11,
baby.
a 15, and a 21
The 21 hits.
for 2 piercing damage.
6 HP.
As the 2 swarms are just beset upon you, completely engulfing your feet and just stabbing at your ankles, essentially.
I think
The
I'm
ones
gonna...
around the other gentleman are going to divide off a little, given the new creatures. So that is 5, 7, 11 damage. These guys seem to be having quite a lot of trouble with these creatures. They're not. They seem to be getting overwhelmed a little bit. 4, 9, 13, and 5.
Where's our bloody mage?
Running away like a little
Give me a
girl.
distance. I'm a wizard. you
Harlyn, you're up.
I guess I have to disengage and then just move like here.
Okay. So you just get the fuck out of the dodge.
I have 6 HP!
Olmalis, you're up.
Blimey, okay.
I have 6 HP, I can't take 8 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, this is gonna suck. I'm going to...
Just shatter the 2 groups.
But she gets another go? What a bitch.
I've already shattered a load of stuff. I'm not sure if I want to try something different, but I might have to because
Well, you'll hit 8 targets, and I think that's good enough for a shatter, in my opinion.
Fucking
10. I probably
druid
can't. No, I
dryad
can't
thing.
hit. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do shatter again.
Okay.
I'm
Try and
sorry
hit the
about this.
door with it as well.
I shout out, "Sorry, inevitable damage," and then I try shatter again.
Okay.
On those
2 fails. 2
Wait, yep.
successes. Oh, actually, no. In fact, roll it because unless you roll incredibly low, even a fail, yeah. Even with the few successes on their Constitution saves, these creatures are frail and of fickle stature, and the force of your explosion they just turn into twigs.
Great, and then I'm going to move because I don't want to be in direct sight of this lady if I can help it, and I'm going to try go behind this.
Okay, you traipse over all of the wooden debris and horse gunk that now coats these steps. On her turn, the woman.
BRB, one moment.
Okay. So she's cast one of those and one of those. Okay. Let me. Okay, she is going to move up to here.
Damn it!
Um,
Is she on top of the barrel then? Oh no, there's not a
the
barrel.
barrel
There's
doesn't
just-
exist.
There's nothing there anymore.
Whoops.
And she is going to.
There's
she,
sawdust.
she cracks her staff on the ground, and this blast of thunderous energy emanates from her. Olmalis and Kragnir, you both need to make Constitution saving throws. I'll make Kragnir's for him, seeing as he's AFK.
Can I give myself?
You can Tides of Chaos, yeah?
Yeah,
What's the DC on this? Okay.
it's a saving throw, and it's Constitution. Constitution.
That's a
18.
success. So both Olmalis and Kragnir take only 3 points of thunder damage.
Ow! It's a little bit sparkly.
Kragnir does have to make a Bloodlust save.
Or kill the horse. Please
He'll-
fail.
He'll kill his
Please.
horse. Nah, easy peasy.
Damn.
Um,
Oh,
Okay,
I'm so
well-
sad.
whilst Kragnir's AFK, we'll do the gentleman's turns.
Gentlemen.
They are going to take some strikes with their swords. Try and bring down that. Oh, that's 2 natural ones.
Oh.
What an advantage roll. It's fine. He just misses. Christ, and he does it again. Fucking hell. These guys are shit.
What dice are you using?
Well, the same ones I use for everything. I've only got 2 d20s.
Can you use
that's
those for
easy
when you're
hits.
attacking me, Joe?
I literally use these dice for everything.
I think those dice hate me. The
Yeah, I
dice
don't
have
think
an
they rolled
agenda.
below a 20 on me.
I know,
So
right?
yeah, the swarm in the middle of them is just decimated. You can see Olmalis. And the old man begins to work on the one on the swarm closer to you. 7 plus 4 is 11. Oops. Whatever. Doing some serious damage to that one. Kragnir's still not back, so Harlyn, you're up.
I guess I shoot shit. Burp, burp,
Wow.
burp,
Wow.
burp. They're going to the
2
bitch.
nat 20s. I mean,
The Brother Storm
Bloody
also
hell.
gets doubled. They're going to the druid bitch.
Okay.
she's still
As a
alive
note,
after that.
In future, Connor, call who you're targeting before you roll it.
Okay, sorry.
So that's 15. Plus 11 is 24. Plus 5 is 29.
Shouldn't the Brother Storm
plus
damage also get
4
doubled?
Yes, because it's a dice that you roll, isn't it? So that's 10. With these 2 deft shots, first one hits her in the back of the shoulder and sort of shocks her for a moment. She stands there, stares at you and snarls before the second arrow just hits her right between the eyes, and it sort of cascades electricity across her face before she stumbles back into the pile of refuse on the ground.
I give her a thumbs up, and then I turn and use my last shot on this one.
How do you get 3 shots?
I'm a wizard. No,
Oh, okay.
it's a feat.
Yep, you managed to finish off one of the creatures in this swarm,
Sorry.
leaving it with just one remaining. Whoops.
Can you give me a brief?
I nat
Okay,
20
what
twice.
Jesus Christ!
You killed your horse.
I did not kill my horse.
You almost
You
got
went
a
to
horse.
work.
Is my horse dead?
No.
Did I do anything about? Did I bloodlust? Did she
No.
hit me?
You took 3 lightning damage, but you resisted bloodlust.
Okay.
We were really hoping you'd bloodlust and kill your horse.
As a note,
Sorry
Connor,
about
how
that.
is your attack bonus plus 10? Should it not be plus 8? Because Dex 5, proficiency 3.
Dex 5, proficiency 3, and I have the archery trait for a fighting type.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so you can take your turn now, Kragnir.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was cat-related stuff. My cat died today.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Is the Dryad woman dead?
Yeah, it's one shot.
Yeah.
How much health? Did you get for
2
15
shot.
or 11?
I rolled 15,
Well,
plus
15
11, plus 10,
So-
plus 8.
24, 34, 42.
Oh, right, okay.
You did 42 damage across 2 attacks.
Then I'm going to. Oh, I can reach either one.
Who do I kill?
Oh,
Da-da-da!
okay. Galloping towards the old man. You two now realise that the guy on the left is the person that you spoke to as you entered the winery.
Oh,
Hi.
hello, Laszlo Dominski.
Very proper.
Ah.
Does that hit? It doesn't, unfortunately.
Why does that also roll twice?
It was
Oh,
a
you
crit.
you do have advantage actually because the
Like,
guy opposite you is flanking.
so that was a crit.
So that is 6 and 4 fire damage, so 10 total.
That was a crit and 2 fuck all damages.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
At least you have
that could have
advantage.
gone- That could have gone so much better.
Yeah, so both of those attacks hit. You do manage to destroy the swarm in front of you. You do enough damage to remove it, despite the lackluster damage on your blows. But the man
so I
opposite
don't need
you
the third attack
seems
then.
thankful and turns his attention towards the remaining blight. Olmalis?
There's just one target left.
I would
Shatter
do magic
it.
missile, but I'm not sure if that counts as a light.
Just cantrip
or
it.
if that would just...
There's only one dude left.
What?
Just cantrip it.
Cantrip it with what?
Firebolt.
I haven't got anything that...
You haven't got any damaging cantrips?
Well, I do, but they mainly involve light stuff, and I'm a bit worried
see.
that...
Just try firebolt, see if it works. See if it's still
I'm not
taking
going to
effect.
risk
Oh my
it.
god, it's gonna explode!
So instead, he's looking at my sheet.
Me.
Rip Kragnir.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's worth using the spell slots.
Wait, why are you looking at a sheet? I thought we weren't allowed to look at each other's sheets.
Well, Joe's allowed to look at my sheet.
No!
DM can't know.
You must trust
Okay,
them.
I'm gonna move.
I also thought
Wait.
Connor said me, not Joe.
Is it okay for me to hop over this? Will I have to do anything if I try and hop over this little balcony bit?
No, it's fine. It's literally just a few steps.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go down here to there, and I will try and stab the remaining light.
Okay.
Bonk it with
Fucking
a
Olmalis
stick.
going close and personal.
She
You
has
do have
advantage. She's
So
flanking,
you-
so...
Just fortunately for you, the last remaining twig blight here seems to be distracted by the men it's fighting with. You manage to dash up behind it, just rip the dagger through its back, and just you feel the crack of it beneath you. And if it weren't made of twigs, you figure that would have been a much more disgusting endeavor. But as it is, it just shatters into the debris that it seemed to have been made of. And for now, everything seems to fall quiet. The three gentlemen sort of look around for a moment to see if there are any other threats, and then they step back around Kragnir and all draw their weapons and point them towards you. They say, "What the hell? are you doing here?
Oh, very sorry. Say I'm.
Can you speak in werewolf form?
You can.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm part of Order of the Lycan. We use the blood to hunt others. I am no threat. And then I'll
The old
revert
man comes
back.
up to you, points his, sort of moves up to you slightly closer, raises his short sword towards you, and even from sort of the foot distance between you, you can almost feel the burn of the silver on its blade. He raises it towards you. No werewolf has ever done good around these parts.
Well, there's a first for everything. And
I'll
gonna
walk
revert
forward
back.
and go, slap him on the shoulder and go, this one just did.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm sorry, Kragnir.
Harlyn.
Oh my god, if we have to kill these old men, it's fucking happening. They're starting shit just because I got a little bit of wolf in me.
He stands there for a moment, eyes you, Harlyn. Takes a step back towards the other men. Doesn't sheath his blade, keeps it at his side as they all do. Just sort of stare you down for a moment before the old man says, I suppose you have helped us for today. Don't think you're not being watched though, Wolf.
Now turn the fuck back.
I said twice that I reverted back.
Okay.
If he'd meant you harm, he would have done so already.
If I meant you harm, you'd be fucking dead. That's out of character.
I hope
Say
so.
shit like that.
The older man looks to you, Olmalis, and says, let's hope you trust him for good reason. Don't know many around here that would.
Well, he certainly likes your wine.
I'll be right back.
I see you have quite the needle and twig blight problem, eh?
Back.
Not for long.
Let us move inside. The longer we stay out here, the more likely we are to be spotted.
Aye. I need a
Did you
nap.
happen to see where our comrade went?
Yes, I don't suppose you've seen a mage anywhere, have you?
I mean, I doubt they saw it. We turned invisible and ran off.
The youngest man responds and says, I saw the man that Elva saw on the way in. He seemed to be running into the forest for some reason. I didn't think to stop him.
You saw
They
him?
can see invisible people?
War hacks.
Well, I saw a trail.
There we go. I'm pretty sure I'm still invisible.
Fair enough. Right, let's head in. I need a nap.
Well, we can certainly head in, though I don't doubt you'll find sleep in there. From what I understand, there's more than one druid holding up in our brewery.
Oh, they're in the brewery.
In the brewery? Can I have 20
Probably don't like him
minutes?
harvesting grapes and shit.
Why are there druids in your brewery? Are they just alcoholics like him?
That's a personal question.
What are you on about?
Let's take a seat inside and I'll explain. So he leads you through the open side door.
Although druid beer.
I'm a bit confused.
Where-
Did he just say that there were druids inside the house
there
and
was
then
an
we're going
open
in?
door the whole time.
No, he said don't rest in the house, but he can take you in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm rushing in the
So
house.
we're going into a house where there are
I'm
druids.
So you're sort of led into like a tap room, like a brewing room, essentially.
I'm not sure I feel comfortable being at the bottom of the stairs.
He leads you through this room, listens at the door that you're at now, Olmalis.
Mm-hmm.
Pauses for a moment. Doesn't appear they're downstairs, at least. Though this door will be locked. The key is upstairs. Didn't manage to take things like that with me when we were driven out a few nights ago.
Oh, Joe, before we left, could I have a cravat to my bolts?
If you want to spend some time outside and not talking to these guys, sure.
Yeah, I'll do that while you guys talk.
Okay, so you head outside. Make an investigation check.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay, so we'll say you can recover 3/4 of the bolts that you used.
Okay, so 1, 2,
Seeing as
3.
these aren't terribly, these aren't creatures where they're likely to be broken on impact.
So does he actually have ammo?
On
Yes.
the way in, could I like just make sure the horse is all right and tie it up somewhere on the
Well, where do you
veranda?
want to tie it up?
Just like outside the door we're in.
Okay.
The door, like
The door you came in.
yeah, where we is that the stables? There.
No, that's an outhouse, from what you understand. Judging by
Well,
the
I'll
look of
tie it. I'll tie it like next to the outhouse.
Okay. You did see as you came in there were some stables.
You can take a
that you
shit like a
passed,
civilized
but you
creature.
They were locked, weren't they?
You didn't try to go in.
Oh, then I'll give that a go then.
Okay. Let's see, are the stables locked? Nope. So yeah, you easily pull the doors open. So you head back outside, round this way, past the loading dock, and head into the stables, where you can see there are already 2 horses
Wait,
in the
why can't I
stables.
see Olmalis?
Yeah, I'll put
I
my
can't see me either.
my horse in and just
Okay,
like
no,
what
feed
about
him some
now?
hay.
There we go.
Now we can just see Olmalis and nothing else. There we go. There we go.
So sorry, where are you going to time up Kragnir? You're just going to put him in one of the stables?
Yeah, just put him in and go outside and just like make sure the doors are closed and
Yep, easy enough to do.
then run back round and like try and catch up with wherever people.
So
went.
as he's doing that, Harlyn leaves to you're still recovering bolts, Harlyn. This will take a while.
Okay.
The old man, well, the 3 gentlemen, will sort of rest for a moment. As Kragnir leaves, they sheath their swords, and they say to you, "Well, when Elvir first mentioned that he'd met some travellers coming towards the right winery, I wasn't sure whether to believe that you were here to help us or not. Now that it seems that you are, we should give you our introductions. I am Davian Martikov. This is the old man speaking.
Yep.
Owner of the winery. And the other 2 gentlemen introduced themselves. The one that you met before introduced himself as Elvir Martikov. And he says, I apologize for the falsities earlier. Can never be too careful with who you give up your name out to, especially when you're a Martikov. Never sure who's out to get you. And the 3rd man introduced himself as Adrian Martikov.
Is that Jesus?
Yeah.
Put that as a note, Jesus.
Jesus, Matt Mercer, and like I don't know, Red Thrall.
I say, well, I'm Olmalis. My 2 colleagues are Harlyn and the old man is Kragnir. We had another colleague with us, Victor, but he seems to have disappeared. And Leucis we split up from earlier. But Danica from the Blue Water Inn sent us to investigate the missing wine. She said that they haven't received their orders.
At the mention of Danica's name, he seems to perk up a little bit almost. Ah. Well, I knew there was a reason that my son married her.
Oh, that's Davian is the father of... Is it Davian that said that? The old man?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he's the father of Chef Dude. Sorry, carry on.
It's a good thing that one member of that couple seems to have their head on straight at least. Should hope that you haven't had many run-ins in with my son.
Well, we've stayed at the Blue Water Inn a few times. He and his wife seem like a nice couple.
Incompetent, that boy. Still, Danica's got a good head on her shoulders.
You mentioned you were chased out. How many of these druids are there?
When we first came in, there was only the 2 of them, but one of them wielded this terrible, gnarled black staff. From what I understand, it controls those creatures that your friend called blights.
I take it that...
With the force of the staff and the druids themselves, we couldn't stand a chance. We were forced to flee. The rest of my family is currently hiding in the forest to the north of here.
So I take it the one with the gnarled staff isn't the one that we just killed.
No, you would know it if you saw it. It's much darker. Seeps a shadow almost around it.
Yeah, that's deeply troubling.
Well, I'm glad Victor's off looking for a tree that probably doesn't exist.
At this point, Kragnir, you've returned.
Oh, I quickly whisper to Davian, you may want to keep Kragnir away from the wine. He's got a bit of a drinking problem.
I
Noted.
completely, as I enter, I see the barrels, and I just ignore them and walk over to them.
Okay. So to give you a description of this room, of the room itself, this is room. So there's a rich smell of fermenting wine, which fills the large two-story chamber. It's dominated by 4 enormous wooden casks, each one 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. There's a wooden staircase in the center of the room, which climbs to a 10-foot-high wooden balcony that clings to the south wall, which has 4 windows set into it at balcony level. Stacked against the wall underneath the balcony are old empty barrels with the wizards of wine burn into their sides. The balcony climbs another 5 feet as it continues along the west and east walls, ending at doors leading to the winery's upper level. Underneath these side balconies are several doors, some of which hang open, and from beneath the sloping roof stretch thick rafters upon which scores of ravens have quietly gathered. And they seem to watch you with great interest.
Can I go up to this barrel and like sniff it and stroke it?
Yep, I mean, it smells like wine.
Am I coming in yet?
Can I look for a
Not just
tap?
yet. Yeah, there's a tap at the bottom of the.
I'm gonna like stand in the way, and just like, oh shit, my water skin's already full of booze.
Why?
Fuck it, I'm literally just gonna like stand in the way and pour the tap into my hand and just go.
Okay.
You could like just finish your water skin, you know.
Sorry, 1 second.
You're stealing from these
Just
people.
put your head on the tap, dude.
I also want to like do it deceptively.
Okay. As you
Subtle
so as
slurping.
as you sort of slurp from it, it tastes delicious. It tastes similar to the wine that you had in the Blue Water Inn. And after you've swallowed a few gulpfuls, you feel this terrible burn begin to emanate from the base of your throat.
Great.
You almost cough and hack at this terrible burning sensation that makes you almost want to retch. You take 11 poison damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw. That's a fail. So you are now considered poisoned, and you can feel this terrible burn from the base of your throat just continue to spread as you cough and wheeze.
I think there's something wrong with your wine.
The old man clacks over. He's sort of using his he's sort of drawn his sword again as you've entered it. Is using it as almost like a cane as he walks over to you. He takes a look at the vat and says, perhaps they've tampered with it. Make another Constitution save.
This is where I keep failing and just die to poison.
Oh no.
You take
I haven't got anything that
8
can help.
poison damage as you feel the poison in your system continue to spread. At this point, you're almost vomiting onto the floor from the force, but you can't bring anything up. It's just this terrible burn that's now engulfing your chest as well. The old man moves over to you and just sort of seems concerned at your state, but also doesn't seem terribly upset that seemingly a werewolf is suffering inside his winery.
Can I
All of the gentlemen just seem to watch you.
Can I call out Harlyn? Have you got anything for poison? In the hopes that he can hear me when he's.
At this point, Harlyn, you're heading back in, and you walk in to see Kragnir retching on the floor. Kragnir, make another Constitution save.
No.
That is a success.
Doop-de-doop-de-doop.
So you feel the burn begin to fade, and you take You take 4 poison damage as the remainder of the toxin clears up.
Nearly killed by drink.
It's worn off. That means it's good now, right?
I'm gonna
Where you wanna go?
take my battle axe and just like chop the tap off.
Isn't that going to just make it go all over the floor?
Yes,
Why are you making a mess?
because I'm angry. I've just been poisoned by wine.
Well, as you do so, you chop it off. Well, make an attack roll.
It's a really dumb thing to do.
I'm staying over here.
Yeah, easy enough. You smash it off. This tainted wine begins to pool around the floor.
Attack.
Davian,
Tap.
Davian looks to you, moves up to you, hits you with the flat edge of the sword against the back of your leg, and you feel it burn into your flesh. The familiar sensation of silver on your skin. And he says, "You come here, you drink my wine, and then you flood my floor. What kind of helper are you?"
Your bloody wine is poison!
Perhaps don't drink it then.
That makes a good point. You can't
Right,
say-
No, you're in the wrong here.
I'm certain that Danica did not send you here to, first of all, attempt to help me reclaim my winery, and then damage it beyond repair.
No, again,
Watch
makes a good
yourself
point.
in this winery, boy. I've already told you. Your kind isn't welcome here.
You dare call me boy? I'm older than you, bitch!
Okay, I'm gonna stand here in between these two guys.
He raises his sword to your throat again. You feel the very tip of it just sort of burning into your skin almost. It is not touching you, but it's close enough that you can feel the silver on it. All the hair on you stands on end.
Right.
I apologise for my friend. We've been through a lot these past few days, and he really isn't himself at the moment. I agree that he's done you a great injustice, but please, we will need him if we are to fight off these druids that are infesting your house.
I
Make a
can
persuasion check with disadvantage.
I can take him.
Oh, I forgot to do Tide of Chaos before. Shoot. Anyway,
Oh, you didn't actually do it in the end, did you?
no. It's persuasion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it just a check? Oh, wait, that one.
He seems to pause for a moment. He lowers the sword back to his side. He looks to you, Olmalis, for a moment, turns to the other boys, his sons, on the other side of the room. Says, "Lower your swords, boys." And they also lower, but don't sheath their weapons. Davian turns to you, Olmalis. Says, "If you do not keep a leash on your dog, we will deal with him ourselves."
Oh, I'm so gonna kill this man.
I promise you,
Oh, I'm
this won't
so gonna
happen
murder
again.
him.
I kind of I elbow Kragnir in the stomach to stop him from saying anything stupid.
Right. Can I just walk behind Kragnir, grab him by the scruff of the neck, drag him over to the corner, and go, right,
Sure.
let's have a nap.
Are you going to allow it, Kraken, or are you going to resist him?
No, I'm not gonna allow it.
Okay, well, then you guys need to make grapple checks.
Oh no.
So Harlyn makes an athletics check. Kragnir can make athletics or acrobatics. That's where you're fucked.
Go on then!
You, with ease, drag him, slam him into the corner behind these barrels.
Sit, boy.
Davian, Elvir, Adrian will move around and give you a little bit of privacy almost.
Right. We're gonna have a nap. You can have this bottle of wine.
Don't give him more wine. What are you thinking?
It's not poison. You can drink the wine. We're gonna have a nap and recover. We're gonna save this place. Else, this entire region's gonna be dry for the next 4 months. And what are you gonna do about that?
Nothing, apparently.
I hope that's a shame silence as
Probably
opposed to.
pizza, let's be honest.
Right. Sorry. Okay, I will snatch the bottle of wine and just walk out the front door.
Okay.
Don't go too far.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna have a nap. I'm gonna try and take
I'm
a short
gonna
rest.
Go to the stables
Mhm.
and have a nap on some
Okay.
hay. and drink my bottle of wine.
I just shout to the old man, we need 20 minutes to recover, and then we'll be ready.
Yeah, he moves over to you and says, "Yes, I should expect this wouldn't be somewhere we should deal with without a little bit of preparation. For now, we should perhaps barricade us in some of the side rooms."
There's a chance the mage will appear. Maybe. He's probably dead or ran off, but there's a chance he might come back.
Well, we can keep an eye out for him in that case. But still, I have no idea where any of these creatures might have holed up within this place. We should hide somewhere defended for now.
Yeah, okay.
He leads you into this cramped side room. Essentially, you're not going to be able to sleep in here, but you can sit, you can stand.
I just wanted 20 minutes for a short rest anyway. So.
Yeah, so you essentially cram into this room. I'm not going to move the tokens because you don't need to. He takes one of the large boards, which is sitting on the sort of just laying on the floor, uses it to barricade the inside door shut, and then just sort of stands watch around the outside door. It's still inside this little room, but peeking out every so often just to see if anyone else approaches. So as you guys are taking your rest, Victor,
Hello.
you've moved into the forest at this point, and you're sort of maybe 60 to 80 foot in. What are you doing?
Just searching out for a tree or any signs of it, like.
I mean, there's hundreds of trees.
You're looking for a tree in the woods.
Yeah, but like any deceptive. Susceptive? Is that word? You want to go for?
Suspicious?
I don't know. Like.
Suspect?
That the blights that came from that direction, like, because they're vine blights or anything, I'd have noticed any sort of trails. You know, that sort of thing.
You notice that as you're moving,
because it's like an evil tree. Maybe I can do like an arcane check to sense.
I mean, do you have like a detect magic spell or anything like that? Because
no, it's just
you don't have.
check.
You're sort of because there's not a thing that you're specifically detecting whether it's magical or not. It's a bit harder without a specific spell to be able to just sort of sense magic aura.
Right.
Unless it's it would have to be an incredibly imposing magical force for you to be able to just feel it when you're not specifically looking at it.
All right.
But you can spend some time sort of looking around the forest if you like.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, you can just spend some time looking around the forest if you'd like.
Yeah, do you want me to check or anything?
You can make an investigation check.
Boom!
Wow,
I found it!
It was right in front of you.
Oh my god, it's next to me!
You spend some time looking through the trees. None of the trees in particular stand out as having anything strange or odd about them, and in fact, sort of after a sort of 30 feet of moving into the forest, the trail that you seem to have been vaguely following seems to have just completely vanished as well. You get the feeling that these creatures seem to move almost effortlessly across the forest floor. Yeah. You do see, however, as you're exploring, just in the distance, a low glow, almost like that of a campfire, through the trees, maybe 50 feet ahead of you.
Well, how long has it been so far since it popped invisibly? Like a couple minutes?
Well, I mean, searching through the forest, it would have been about 20 minutes.
So I still have about 40. Okay. Well, but I haven't actually gone that far into the forest, have I? I've just sort of...
No, just sort of looking around it. You've still got a reasonable idea of what direction to head in to get out of the forest again.
Yeah, so then I think I'll just be safe too, because I'm obviously still invisible. Go to the light. Walk towards the light. When has that gone wrong?
You head towards it, and you hear hushed voices.
Do they hush at me approaching, or are they like hushed?
No, it seems, from what you can gather, they were hushed as you approached. It's just that as you've gotten a bit closer, you can now hear them through the sort of the low wind and the light. Well, at this point, the canopy of the trees is stopping the rain from getting to you, and sort of just the occasional pitter-patter as it falls off the leaves above you to hit the ground. But yeah, as you're sort of maybe 40 feet away from the fire at this point, you can see a small gathering of people who are just sort of talking quietly around a campfire. They seem to be attempting to block most of the light coming from the fire, but of course, there's only
Is it like what, like 4 or 5 people or something like that?
There, you can see 2 adults, 3 sort of younger children, probably either early teens or sort of between the ages of maybe 7 and 13. And as you get a little bit closer, you also see that the adult woman is cradling a bundle of blankets in her arms.
Sorry, a bundle of what?
Blankets
baby.
in her arms.
Oh, okay.
Presumably, yeah, cradling a
Bundle
baby.
of babies.
But yeah, she's just holding dozens of babies.
So many
Yeah, so
babies.
there's 2 adults, 3 young children, and the baby, from what you can see.
Okay. Do they look in distress, or like, because I can suppose I can sort of what do you call it, like insight that without having to check, obviously, because they were trying to shelter themselves.
Half of your sense didn't actually come through there. It was just
I know. I was sort of trying to say 3 things at once. Oh, there is a bit of lag.
Discord, why?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I might change the server.
Joe
'cause it-
just died
yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll change the server.
Hello?
Oi, oi.
Is this clear now?
I moved us over to London, so that might be better.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't have to do like a check to see if they're in distress, because I can sort of
Yeah, you can just move
redeem
up. I mean,
that
you
from
can.
them trying to shelter the fire from.
Yeah, they
outside.
seem as though they're trying to keep themselves hidden. Given the number of children and indeed the baby, it would seem as though they're probably hiding out here so as to
Yeah.
not make contact with anything.
Well, because I'm fairly certain, like there may be this tree, but it's gonna just be absurdly, like unnecessarily hard to find, with no real trail to go on. Then I might as well just speak to these people. Before I do so, can I do like would it be a religion or like an arcana check to see if there's any malicious intent, just in case they're like.
You can make an insight check.
That's only a +1. Ooh.
You can't I mean, obviously, you don't want to move right up to these people and sort of get in their faces to stare at them, because you still make noise as you're moving through the forest. But so sort of without directly talking to them, you listen to their conversation, and they seem to be keeping watch, concerned about the safety of their children, and hope that you hear the name Davian mentioned a few times, and sort of hope that some other members of their troop would come back safely.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
what I want to do is, on one side of the camp, like crunch a twig and make a sound to see like how they react, and then I'll like reveal on the other side, depending on if they draw their swords or whatever.
okay. So you sort of move around, make a stealth check. You'll have a. I mean, I'm not going to give you you'll have advantage. You're invisible because it's only the sound. And in fact, they'll have disadvantage to sort of hear you moving around as well. Yeah. So you move over to one side of the camp and sort of loudly snap a large branch. As you do so, all of the 3 children, which were sort of not moving around a lot, but just sort of
Milling around.
Yeah, milling around. They all freeze in place. The woman pulls the bundle of blankets, tie her to herself, and just sort of stares in the direction of the noise. And the man slowly stands and draws a short sword from his side.
Then from the other
Just holds
side,
it in a defensive stance.
Then from the other side, can I speak whilst invisible?
Yes.
Yeah. Then from the other side, I wanna stand behind like a tree or something anyway. So when I reveal it, like I don't just surprise, I'm next to you.
Yeah.
Like this whole time I was just staring at your kid. I don't want to, that's exactly what I
Right,
don't wanna
Jimmy.
do. Yeah, I'll change my name. Hold on. Yeah, I want to just say like, greetings. I mean you no harm. I'm here to help. I see you're sheltering the light from outsiders, and I've heard you mention, what was it? His name?
Davian?
I've heard you mention Davian's name.
You don't know who Davian is.
Oh right. True. I've heard you mention. Well, would they have spoken about the winery? Or actually, because I didn't know that the winery was infested. I'll just say, the winery is nearby. I can help take you there. And then.
At the sound of your voice, the man pivots round and points the sword in the direction of the sound. Have you revealed yourself at this point, or are you?
I would have, like, yeah, sort of halfway through speaking.
Okay. He sort of raises the sword towards you. The children and the woman, sort of, the woman stands and moves behind
Can
the
I
man.
hold my hands up to show that I'm no threat? Obviously, I'm still holding my staff, but my other hand is up.
You're a wizard. That's not going to do anything. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
I raise my hand.
If anything,
I'm
raising
casting
hands
a
is like,
spell.
I cast fireball. Oh god.
I
do it anyway because that's like the international sign of I'm not going to kill you.
The woman sort of hushes the child as she moves behind the man, and he points his sword towards you and says, "Who are you? Who sent you here?"
I say, "Oh, my name is Victor Black. I am a wizard from a land you've probably never heard of. I'm with my friends, in search of Strahd, another mischief to put an end to. We came to the vineyard. Why did we come to the vineyard again? Out of character, I don't actually remember."
You came here at the behest of Danica.
Yeah, as far as I know, we came here because of Kragnir. Then, yeah, so we've been sent here to sort out the. Then I just meant, I say we've been sent here to sort out the wine problem of Vallaki, and I've trekked this way as we were beset upon by blight. So I came to look for a tree as its source of power to set it, to snuff out its evil presence. But I've been in no luck, and instead I found you.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. 14. The man moves to more of a defensive stance almost. He's not so aggressive, but he's just sort of keeping himself protected. Doesn't want to lower his guard just yet. And he says to you, "If you're here to liberate the winery, then you should head back there."
What's that?
The owner of the winery is already there, helping some travelers that came past.
That would be me and my friends. Do you not need assistance? I can.
We have stayed hidden here for nearly a week. We can stay hidden for a few days longer.
Very well. If the problem at the winery becomes a non-issue, we will come looking for you, if you wish. Can I take a name, just so I remember who you are?
Can I take a name of who I'm talking to?
Please leave a message.
The man says to you, "There will be no need to fetch us. Davian will come when the situation is resolved."
Then I'll just, I'll say, though I don't have much being a wizard, is there anything you need of me?
I think Davian has more need of you than we do right now.
Then I'll just nod, say very well, and I'll just cast invisibility again using up my last spell slot.
Okay.
Head back.
Okay. As you disappear, they sort of stay on guard again for a moment, keeping a listen out just to make sure that nothing untoward is going to happen. And you quietly leave the area, heading back towards the. I almost said granary. That's the winery.
Harlyn, you've been drinking seeds.
You've invented a granary, and now you're going to it.
Where did this granary come from? It wasn't here before.
As you're making your way back, you know the vague direction that you should be heading in, and it's relatively easy to
There's only smart men
to understand. As you're doing so, you discover, before you reach the edge of the forest, however, you discover a foot trail that seems to just cut through the wilderness.
Oops, candy. Sure, I'll go after that. Well, actually, hold on. Can I cast invisibility from a higher slot?
Yes. Ordinarily, you would just then be able to target creatures other than yourself, but you can choose to just target yourself if need be.
Then I'll just follow that trail.
Okay.
It's literally, oop, it's candy.
Okay. Okay, so as you are making your way down the path, make a perception check.
Oops. Perception.
20. As you're heading down the path, nothing of particular interest seems to catch your eye until you come to a part in the footpath where the ground doesn't sit right, as if there's sort of a thin canopy over something of this part of the footpath. It seems like sort of twigs and pine needles and various leaves and things are concealing something.
So I want to sort of, unless I can do it without prodding my foot on them, I want to test if it's like stable to walk on, or like, you know, how rigid, how stable is
I mean, you have a staff, don't you? You could like poke your staff into it.
Yeah, true. Then I'll do that.
Okay. As you do so, a few of the twigs and the branches come loose, and this sort of thin canopy just collapses in to this deep pit, which appears in the middle of the path. As you look down into the pit, you can see that at the bottom there are at least a dozen sharpened wooden stakes that are driven into the ground.
I am bemused at the pitiful attempt at a trap. Then I'll. So originally I thought it was, because you said twigs, and I thought it was the trap. I thought it was the base of the tree, but. Is there anything else noteworthy around? Would I bother carrying on, or would I just?
Not really. The footpath seems to continue past this place, past this sort of pitfall, but you're not sure where it leads. And from your vague understanding of where you've come from and where you're going, the footpath seems to not really be leading in the direction you want to be heading.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there was anything noteworthy down there, they wouldn't put a trap up if it was like one dude, or like anything that I could handle on my own reasonably. So if I were to go there, I didn't want the others, so I'll just like exactly retrace my steps.
Okay, make a survival check.
Traps.
Since you want to, well, I'll say you have advantage because you came off of the footpath.
Yeah.
But yeah, with relative ease, you managed to retrace your steps back along the footpath,
Yeah,
find
I'm
where
going
you
back the
were,
footpath and then just
where
going
you
back to
joined the
path
path originally, and then continue.
I am invisible via all this, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then
Then I'll just head back to the winery.
Okay. So as everyone else is finishing up their short rest, Victor arrives.
I'm not sure if I want to be a cock and just appear next to someone.
What would
Can I
Victor
find
do?
Olmalis?
Isn't it all
So,
barricaded?
well, you head to. We can get rid of this aura. That's fine. You head around. You see the carnage that has been wrought. You see the druid with two large puncture wounds, one in her shoulder, one in her skull. You see the obliterated remains of what appear to be two horses and
Yeah.
dozens of woodland creatures.
I was thinking, oh, I found a tree. It was just at the vineyard the whole time. Yeah, I don't want to go in whilst invisible, because if I make a sound walking on the twigs of those corpses, it's like suspicious AF. So there's like, can you bring the map up a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah, I want to sort of like tap my staff on one of the pillars or whatever and just say, anybody home?
Okay. You guys hear as you're taking, well, not Kragnir, because Kragnir's in the stables, but Olmalis and Harlyn, you guys both hear the sound of a knocking distantly,
really
and
arrogant
Victor's voice.
Oh look, the coward's back.
Davian pokes open the door and says, "Fancy checking?"
Sure.
I'm not invisible, by the way.
Oh,
I'll just,
you've removed your invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just walk out and motion towards him when I see him.
Easy enough. You see him move. You see Harlyn move out of one of these side doors, and then head back in.
Nice of you to join us.
Had a interesting trip.
Yeah, you did nothing, didn't you?
Well, no more than you, I imagine.
Olmalis, how many blights did I kill?
Let's be
I lost
real,
count
Olmalis
of 2.
and Shatter.
I don't think I've got enough fingers, actually. Quite a few. I mean, how many did Victor kill?
Ah,
Hmm.
How many was I contracted to kill, Olmalis?
None, but it would be good if you helped out your
Exactly.
friend when
I
they were
know, I
being
interrupt her at
surrounded by
none. I
enemies.
interrupt her at none. Precisely.
Davin says to you, well, good to have an extra person on board.
With any use?
I am Davian Martikov. These are my sons, Elvira and Adrian.
I've heard about you, Davian. The forest nearby I took a trip into in search of a source of power of these blights, and I would gesture to them, but I'm assuming that most of them aren't here or are standing. That was out of character, by the way.
What do you mean?
Like the blight corpses, they're not like.
Oh, I
strewn
see what you
by
mean.
right
No,
now.
no, most of them are around the corner, yeah.
Yeah, then I just say I was out looking for the source of the evil, but then instead I found 2 adults. Was it 2 adults, 3 children, and a
And
baby?
a baby. Yeah.
Yeah, in a camp a bit further into the forest, about was it 100 yards in or something like that? Ish.
That would be Stefania, my daughter, and Dag, her husband.
Ah, I would assume so. They mentioned you when I was. Shit, I
Surprised that
can't
you managed to find them. They're normally quite
Well,
good at hiding themselves.
say- When you're invisible, you have a lot of time to search for things.
Hmm.
They
Well, very good.
they seem well. Wait, what did he say out of character? What did he say the guy's name was again?
Dag?
Dag.
Dag. Dag is rightfully defensive towards a stranger, as they are.
I'd expect no less.
Yeah. They seem safe, anxious. I offered for them to be escorted back here, but they chose to stay.
Yes, we us 3 decided to head off to assist you travellers, seeing as you seem to come to help. We left Stefania and Dag to look after the children whilst we were gone. Figured it'd be more dangerous to bring them here than to leave them in the forest.
Indeed. I also, on the way back, found a spikefall trap. I don't suppose you know anything about that.
There's dozens of them in the forest around here. The
Yours.
druids that have taken over this winery like to dig them, catch unwary predators.
Then thankfully I didn't destroy your trap.
no, he said the druids did it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Thankfully I didn't destroy your trap because it's not his. Showing it.
No, we
His.
if we need to use a trap, we use more sophisticated ones. Though largely we subside ourselves with farming rather than hunting. Makes things easier.
So, what's required of me here? I would
Kill druids.
I would like to see the stranded family in the woods return to safety.
How would you know? Well, we need to kill the druids that are holed up in here. Same old, same old.
Apparently they've got a gnarled staff that has caused some issues with summoning these noodle blights that we were battling earlier.
They have an interesting magic stick you might like.
Interesting.
See?
So,
At the mention of the staff, Adrian pipes up and says, "I don't know how much use you're going to find out of that. It's not exactly something for good, kind-hearted folk like you.
well, I'm
Radiates
sure,
an aura almost. It's a nasty piece of kit.
if anything, it will assist my research, whatever I may.
Perhaps.
be interested in the future.
Regardless, if we deal with these druids, that's yours. We have no use for such an item."
I'll hold you to that.
Right.
One item we do require, however, should these druids have them, 2 gemstones at the size and shape of a pine cone. This is Elvira talking now. It's what we originally used to be able to grow the grapes in this barren Barovian land. They were stolen some time ago.
Don't
For
draw
what we
too much.
understand, the druids were unearthing them in order to make our foothold in Barovia weaker so that they could take over this place. But should they have these seeds, we will need them back. The winery cannot survive without them.
Well, don't drool too much, Olmalis.
We'll keep an eye out.
What?
For the seeds and my friend here, and I gestured to Olmalis.
I'm sure I'm sure
likely
Olmalis
be
blanked out at the words of gemstone the size of a pine cone.
I mean, these don't seem like. Well, none of the people in Barovia or Vallaki seem particularly wealthy. So, I mean, yeah, apart from
Yeah,
the
so this is
exception
the
of Lady
first glimpse of
Baxter.
wealth you've
but-
seen, so your eyes are like wide.
Pine
Davi-
cone gems.
Davian speaks up and says, I doubt that the druids here will have these gemstones on them. They wouldn't be so careless as to keep them in the place we need them.
Wouldn't they plant them to grow the blights?
I doubt it. These gemstones are the very seeds which grow the grapes themselves. They would require some serious magical corruption to be able to turn them
That
into something like
footpath
that.
I saw, was that like a human footpath, like a natural footpath, or was it a built one?
It's a natural one, created by lots of movement through the forest.
Yeah. Well, I'll just mention that where the trap I found, there was a footpath leading onwards, and do they know anything about that at all?
Not particularly. As I said, the druids like to build them to catch travelers and my family and such around these parts. From what I understand, the footpaths have existed for a long time as shortcuts through the forest, and the druids just take advantage of that.
Or do you have any idea of where these druids may be located, or would that be a good starting point?
Well, aside from inside the winery itself, many of the druids hold up at Yester Hill. It's a sort of druidic encampment to the south of here.
Well, we may as well start here so we have somewhere to work from.
I agree.
Do you need any rest, Victor, or are you okay to go?
At this point, Kragnir, you've awoken. Well, not awakened, but finished your rest, so you can do as you wish.
Well, I'm always in need of more spells or malice, but
Can you convert any more sorcery points, Olmalis, or are you a bit
I've
broke?
got one sorcery point left.
Ah.
No.
What does the building look like?
Let me describe it to you. It's an old two-story stone building with multiple entrances, thick ivory covering every wall, and iron fencing along its roofline. There's an open loading dock on the ground floor, the wooden stable of more recent construction which you just came out of, and west of the winery there's a crumbling well and a wooden outhouse. It seems like quite an old building in itself.
Oh no.
Just
Why?
gonna, chill about in here.
So parked in the loading dock, there's a wagon with 3 barrels set in braces on the bed. There's a raised wooden walkway that runs along the west, south, and east walls, and through a hole in the ceiling, you see the wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it.
Is
just
this
drink
alright?
it, sure, it'll be fine.
Jar. It seems to have been smashed in almost.
I just walk in and.
Well, you have to go down this way.
Oh, what? Is that not a door?
Yeah, it is that door? That door's barricaded. The door to the south of you is open, hence why it was open.
What is the point of barricading one door and then leaving the other wide open?
Well, it seems as though this one has been smashed in.
Oh, okay.
This one was broken into, whilst the other one was barricaded.
And
but
also, if you would,
regardless.
it would be to funnel enemies.
Right, shall we get going then?
prepare yourselves. I doubt these creatures will go down without a fight. They certainly put up one hell of a fight before they managed to break in.
Do I see
Did you
Kragnir?
say?
Yeah, at this point you've moved out into, well, the gentlemen at least have moved out into the actual sort of fermentation vat room itself.
Feeling better, Kragnir.
Can I say to him as he arrives, greetings, Kragnir. Don't suppose you notice this wine here?
Probably seen the wine all over the floor, actually.
As you step in, yeah, there's
It's very sticky.
your feet are sort of sloshing in this thin layer of wine on the floor. It's now starting to turn sticky.
This is just gross.
Oh, actually, yeah, I should take care of this, and I'll prestidigitate as much as I can. I know, probably actually,
Okay.
I don't know if that would take a
I
while,
didn't know
but
it was Kragnir. I'll just say, listen, this looks like something that you would cause.
Me?
It takes a few minutes to clear it up, but it's relatively easy.
yeah. Do we think they're upstairs?
Oh, hold on. I'll assist her as well, because I have prestidigitate too.
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
thank
Easy
you.
peasy.
Yeah.
Um,
Kragnir had a bit of an accident.
You know, his age.
Literally an accident.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
um,
Can I, when he says an accident, can I gesture over to like the two guys at the house, like, bet you weren't too pleased about that, eh?
they both just stare dead-faced at you. Davian says, "We have not had the best agreements with your canine friend."
You and me both, friend.
Something I can agree on at least. We should get a move on.
Aye.
So as you guys prepared... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, how many ways upstairs are there?
Davian says to you, there is the staircase to the west, and he points to the doorway down here.
Mm-hmm.
The balcony will lead up to the majority of the larger rooms. And both the ramp over on that side of the room and the staircase will lead to the basement. Also, through the door opposite us is the glass workshop, essentially, where we make the bottles and such. There's also a staircase there that would lead down to the basement.
Shall we start with the basement then?
And work our way up.
I'll let you lead. Not as spry as I used to be.
I think Harlyn or Kragnir should go in front. Because
Yeah, I was
I'm
planning
Marlys.
on it, don't worry.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this the
So as you
staircase down?
guys- Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the other
Yeah,
one.
as you move into the staircase, you can see it splits off and goes both. One leads
Okay,
up, one leads
I thought
down. So as you guys head into the winery to
Doop-de-doop-de-doop.
deal with this druidic problem, we'll take a break,
Yay.
Cool.
and then we'll move over to Leucis's actions
Good, 'cause I'm about to wet myself. So I'll be
when you come back.
Yeah, I really
So
need a drink.
in like 5 or so minutes, we're back.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
stopping recording now.